Hello and welcome. My name is Josh Silverman, and this is Edge Ed, cutting edge education from coast to coast. Today's topic, Pythagorean Theorem 30, 60, 90 special right triangles. Let's take a look. All right, the first thing you got to know about a 30, 60, 90 is this. It comes from somewhere. A 30, 60, 90 comes from an equilateral triangle that has been cut in half down the middle. That is why height of an equilateral triangle, that is code for 30, 60, 90. Anytime that you see the words height of an equilateral triangle or a figure that shows the height of an equilateral triangle, that's code for 30, 60, 90. So, first of all, what's an equilateral triangle? Obviously, all the sides are equal, duh. But not only are all the sides equal, all of the angles are equal as well. And if all the angles inside of a triangle add up to 180 degrees, and each of those is the same, how much is each angle? 60. So this is 60, this is 60, and this is 60. Now, if we cut that triangle in half, straight down the middle, it's going to go like this. Well, that's a pretty good cut down the middle. Now, maybe not that great. Anyway, you get the idea. And if I'm just looking at half of it, that's going to be this figure right here. Okay, so this is half of that. Now, this angle was 60 originally, so it's going to be 60 over here. We don't change that at all. This one was 60, and then we cut it in half, and that's where we get the 30 from. And of course, if we're dropping a line straight down, perpendicular to the base, that forms a 90-degree angle, hence 30, 60, 90. All right, let's just say, I don't know, let's just say each of these sides was originally a length of 4. Now, if those sides were each 4, what would be the length of this side right here? Well, 4, because it's the same as the original side. And that longest side, we call that the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is the longest side in a right triangle, and it's always across from the 90-degree angle. Now, the short side was the same as the long side, but we cut it in half. So that would be 2. And then, just to be clear, this isn't just the short side. I call this the short side. That's actually what I have as a name for it. The name of that is the short side. And then this piece right here, the one that we're trying to find, we'll call it B. I call that side the medium side. That's the medium side. The short side, the long side, the hypotenuse, and the medium side. So let's figure out what the medium side is in this particular triangle by using the Pythagorean theorem. Everybody knows the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared, right? All right, so we know the A. That's the short side. That's 2. We know the C. That's the hypotenuse. C is always the length of the longest side. C is always the hypotenuse. That's going to be a 4. 2 squared is 4. 4 squared, 16. Subtract that 4 from both sides, and b squared is 12. Take the square root of both sides. Well, we got to do root 12. Now, root 12 is the same as root 4 times root 3. And what's the square root of 4? 2. 2 root 3. B is going to be 2 root 3. So check it out. When the shortest side is 2, the hypotenuse is 4, and the medium side is 2 root 3. 2 root 3, 4. Okay, but maybe the triangle isn't side length 4. Maybe it's some other length. Maybe it's, I don't know, 10. Let's take a look. All right, this time our triangle has got sides of 10. So it's 10 and 10 and 10. And if we cut it in half down the middle, that means that this is going to be 10 and this is going to be 5. That's our 90, that's our 60, that's our 30. What's the medium side? Well, plug it into the Pythagorean theorem. The short side is 5. The hypotenuse is 10. 5 squared, 25. 10 squared, 100. Subtract from both sides. B squared equals 75. Take the square root of both sides. All right, what is root 75? We got to simplify that. Well, root 75 is exactly the same as root 25 times root 3. And the square root of 25 is 5. So what is our B? That would be 5 root 3. If the short side is 5 and the hypotenuse is 10, then the medium side is 5 root 3. Are you seeing a pattern here? If the short side is 2, the medium side is 2 root 3, and the hypotenuse is 4. If the short side is 5, the medium side is 5 root 3, and the hypotenuse is 10. Let's write the general rule for the 30, 60, 90. When you've got a 30, 60, 90 right triangle, whatever the shortest side is, we call that x. The hypotenuse is double that, and the medium side is x root 3. That's what I've got. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.